Hey everyone, Peter here. I just wanted to make this quick video to share with everyone real quick something that I learned a couple of weeks ago. It is about assumable loans. I'm assuming that most of you guys already know what an assumable loan is. It's when you take over somebody's FHA or VA loan, and there are like some really good advantages to that. So, I mean, right now, as we all know, the interest rates are around, like 7 to 8%, depending on if you're buying a property as a primary or as a investment property. And with an assumable loan, you can take over somebody else's loan that was at, 2.5% or 4%. And that, really cuts down the mortgage payment for you. It increases your affordability. It increases like the amount that you can afford in this market, and it significantly decreases the monthly mortgage payment for the extent of the loan. So with that, I'm gonna kind of go ahead and explain like FHA versus VA and the differences there. And then I'm going to kind of like go into this new website that kind of makes it a little bit easier to take a look at like what's on the market and what's actually assumable in your area, maybe the area that you're looking to live in, and the or the area that you're looking to invest in. So you can assume almost all FHA or VA loans. So if a seller is looking to sell and they have either an FHA or VA loan, you can go ahead and take that loan over. Now, this is not like a seller finance deal. You're actually like just removing the seller's name from the loan. You're taking title the traditional way, and then you're just taking over the loan. And however much money is left, or however much time and however much money is left on that loan, you just take it over. Just like you would get it's just like if you were to get a regular loan. So we're talking like, let's say there is a $500,000 house and that's for sale. And then, the seller has an FHA loan at $400,000. You can then assume that loan for $400,000. And let's say the interest rate on that loan is 3.5%. So really what you have to do is you have to come up with that $100,000 between the $500,000 purchase price and the $400,000 loan. Because the seller's trying to sell it for $500,000, right? Now for FHA, you have to plan on living in the property for at least a year after you purchase the property. But however, for VA loans, you can actually purchase the property as an investment property as long as you put down 20%. Now, you also don't have to be a veteran in order to take over a VA loan. The one caveat to that is that if the seller is a veteran and he sells to you and you assume his VA loan, then then that seller is unable to utilize another VA loan because they can only get one VA loan at a time, and you're basically taking that one over, and his name and that person's name is still on the loan. But usually we can kind of get around that because usually the person with the VA loan is selling, and they maybe they net like somewhere between $50,000 and $200,000. So they don't really need a 0% down payment for the VA loan. So maybe they'll just go ahead and get a conventional loan with the money that they've net from the sale. So this is actually really exciting for us. It's a cool new strategy, and I'm going to show you this website called withrome.com. You can probably see this on my screen here. And I'm just going to go ahead and search for Denver, Colorado. This is a really cool website that kind of matches assumable loans with properties that are already on the market. So it's like really easy for people to kind of like shop around, see what's available, see what the rates are on a lot of these houses. So I'm going to go through a couple of these examples. So like, let's say you want to purchase this townhome. You can see, and of course you can look on Redfin or Zillow, and these listings will just like be on there as well. They're just like being sold on the MLS on the open market. So if you look at this particular townhome, it's a nice new build, 2 bed, 3 bath. Normally not a great investment in this high interest market, but it's 550,000, and it has an assumable rate of 2.875. So this is gonna put your principal and interest at $1,985 a month. And like here with Rome, it says that like, look, if your interest rate was at 7.52%, this house would cost you $3,200 a month to buy. So there is a pretty significant difference between obviously like 2.875 and 7.52%. If you're willing to kind of like be a little less picky and you're able to pick a property up like this at low interest rates, let's see how much. There's still 27 years remaining on this loan. You would never sell this property. You're basically getting this loan for free because inflation is more than 2.875% every year. So essentially, this is kind of a screaming deal if you're willing to, compared to regular rates today. And over here, you can like filter by FHA or VA. You can filter by down payment. You can filter by, price, lots of other stuff. So this is a favorite of one of ours. So this is a VA assumable loan. It's a 7-bedroom, 3-bath duplex. It definitely does need a lot of work if you're going to look through the pictures here. Let's see. Yeah, definitely needs like somewhere around 100 and 150K worth of work. But let's see here, 713,000 of it is at a rate of 3.25%. So you're looking at a monthly payment of $3,200 a month instead of a little bit over $5,000 a month if you were to pay today's market rates. This is like a huge deal. I'm definitely going to be using this strategy to purchase my next investment, or even my next primary if it's an FHA loan. So I'm pretty excited about this. This is kind of a game changer for us, strategy wise. And another feature of this, like with Rome website, is that there's a lot of so like let's say there's $713,000 left on the loan, but the seller is trying to sell this house at $915,000. So that means there's a $202,000 gap that you have to normally put as a down payment in order to assume this loan, right? However, with Rome, you can actually put down a minimum of 5% to acquire this property. So I usually just go down to the zero, and then it says like, hey, you must be able to contribute a minimum of $45,750 down to qualify for Rome Boost. So let's put that down. That's about 5%. Now your interest rate jumps up to 4.73 because now you have a second lien on the property, right? So now Rome will help you get a second lien for $155,000, so that all you have to put down is $45,000 in order to acquire this property. Now, this $155,000 loan is going to be at market rate, so it'll be somewhere between 7 and 8%, but still much cheaper than your regular like purchase if you were to buy this with a non-assumed loan at like 7.5%. So, and of course, like the strategy would be maybe you renovate this place, you put it on Airbnb, or you rent out both sides of this duplex, and you're cash flowing a couple $1,000s above this mortgage payment here, and then you're aggressively paying off this $155,000 so that your rate can eventually go all the way back down to 3.25, and your monthly payment goes back down to $3,255 a month. If you guys have, this is definitely all new. A few caveats to consider. Closing is going to take a little bit longer If you use this Roam service, you don't necessarily have to use this Roam service unless you do have to get this like second lien. They do charge a 1% closing cost at closing. So for this particular deal, it would be $915,000. So they would charge just a little bit over $9,000 to help you with the assumption and to help you obtain this second lien to purchase the property. Now, if you guys have any questions, I know this is kind of a confusing topic. If you want to give me a call whenever, I'd be happy to talk about this. A lot of our clients are kind of all over this website every day, just kind of like checking for deals. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.